today. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the visiting team.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And this one is underway here on EA Sports.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First down, Young. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. And out across midfield down to the 45. Big play there on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
On second down now, McClellan. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now Young. Escaping the pressure right. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. Young on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Young on 3rd down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
And he goes out right around the 39.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off near the 42. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Following the interception, Young throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They go play action. Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Brooks. He finds some open field here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
A try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
On first down, it's Smith.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Smith going to try and run with it.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
He's going to keep this again.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They still can't get it. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Smith. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. From the gun, here's Smith. Sliding out of the pocket. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here we go on 4th down. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more. This time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips? Gain leverage.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 22.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
On play action, Young. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. A play fake, now Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. McClellan. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Off at the 25. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, get me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Yeah, baby. All the way home for the Broncos score. was able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after try forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
Taken in at the 3.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 36. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Come on!
4 yards remain for second down.
Play action. It's Smith. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback. You got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd down, here's an option right. Oh, good move. A second fake. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there on the option. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go option to the short side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Young looks to throw on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now a 2nd down and 6. To throw, Young. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover. Over there as his guys will get the football back. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. And he's got his big tight end here. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith. Dancing to his left. This throw incomplete. Nearly put. Off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And the defense loses it. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. 7. 72 yards, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it culminates. And a touchdown by the Broncos. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
And he'll decide to keep this once more.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, McClellan. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Off the play fake, Young. Rolling to his right.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Now Young on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He's going to try and take off with it.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Young. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught, but the back judge. Right there to say incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Young. Flush to his right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. This is caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Young will set to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. It's Young off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good to make it 21-17. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there for Denver. But one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Sure didn't take this offense long to get within striking. Distance of the end zone, 2 plays.
Feel the energy? You can just feel it, can't you? Because they are creating it on offense, the way they're running the football. Now they've swept into the red zone. Momentum all on their side.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw again. They'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone. So that pushes the lead up to 4. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Young off the bootleg.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Young. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, the hurdle. Oh, and he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Young. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll run again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to regain the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
So the Broncos coming out now. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Broncos. Play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos on just 2 plays have taken the lead. This is intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out come the Falcons now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, Young. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Young. Flushed out right. And he... Gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing, Young. Being chased out left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. On 2nd and goal, Young. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Broncos are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
The Broncos send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Fielded at the 20. Nifty move. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Escaping the pressure right. Protect. Was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. And now here's another interception. Picked off by... Justin Coleman.
That's not good enough, man.
A costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Young. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been hit.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They'll throw now on the final play. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So we've reached halftime in a... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play. There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. Touchdown! A great effort there. 58 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Point after here coming up. And the lead is up to 15 now. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't...
And got his man complete. And he's taken down. The 45-yard line.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. He's going to take another shot here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room. I just didn't look.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 82 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on.
And now they're going to fake it. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And how about this, a fake? And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. A 4th down pass interference call.
And everyone works hard on 3rd down. That's usually the money down. Get off the field. It intensifies when it's a 4th down. You think you've got it done. You think you've completed the play. Instead, you see a flag. Pass interference gives them a new set of downs.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one...
Oh, wide open, complete.
What you doing out there, boy?
30.
This ain't no high school
Pass
football. Oh, that's the way to run it, boy.
And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.